Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna work on a fun little project and get started working on this bike. We finally got a few things delivered over here, got them on the table. I'll walk you through and show you what we're gonna do, but it'll just be nice to make a few, personalized improvements to it, make it kind of my own. These will be the first few steps to it, so come with me. A few of the things that we're gonna do today, we ordered a new seat. That's a lower profile seat. The one that's currently on it, very comfortable actually, but that's going to be a nice one for my wife and I to go on some long rides. Very comfortable. Just for me around town, I'm going to go with a lower profile one that sits me down in the bike a little bit more, mainly because this seat actually sits me up pretty high, and so I want to sit a little bit lower into the bike. I'm about 6 foot or 6'1" maybe, and I'm on my tippy toes a little bit. I don't get to sit my feet quite flat, so I'd like to sit down in that bike a little better for better stability. So a couple other things we're going to do is we're going to change out these stock pipes. We got some nice new pipes over there. We got a new lower tinted windshield that we're going to put on there today as well. And as you guys recall, I had these long antennas. That's for the AM/FM radio and the CB antenna. They're mounted here and here. So I just have the little screw ends covered right now with some caps, but we got some lower profile antennas I'm going to show you really quick. So here's the antennas we're going to put on. Very quick and easy. They just screw on. Again, with the seat, I'm not sure how comfortable that will be for her, just for some short rides, but I like the look of that seat already. It's pretty low profile. So then of course the lower windshield, and we went with some of these Shark Road 4-inch pipes, and they weren't too expensive. They were a little over 200 bucks, I think, and they sounded pretty decent. As I understand it, there are baffles in them, and you can have them removed. You can pull the inside out and take off that packing if you want it a little bit louder, but we're gonna try them with the baffles in. I would just like something a little better sounding than the stock pipes. So that's where we're gonna start out with. It'll be kind of a fun little change to this bike. Hopefully you guys enjoy the update. Before we get started on doing those things, the other day we ordered in and received this quick detach kit. It's mounted under here. I went ahead and installed that. It wasn't too bad of a deal. We pulled the bags off, had to undo the bolts there and remove this whole tour pack off the back. On the bottom of that tour pack is that's the stock bracket. Of course, you can see it's just a solid one. It doesn't allow you to quick detach, so you have to switch that thing out. And then now we can put that tour pack on and off. Very easy. It's just a quick couple levers that you release, and so makes it a lot more comfortable to ride when you're alone. Get this seat out of the way. Now all these wires are removed. We'll just coil those up right here for now. These are freed up. We should be able to just lift this tour pack right off. Actually, before we get going and pull this tour pack off, I'm going to install these new shorter antennas. Again, like I said, it's a very simple install. They just screw on to these little nubs. First one on. A lot cleaner look, in my opinion, than having those big whip antennas. All right, in order to remove the tour pack, as you guys may already know, but just for FYI, in order to remove this tour pack on each side, there's a little spring-loaded lever, and you push that up, twist it to get it off the ghost ring. One on each side. And just like that, she's off. Next thing we'll do is remove these saddlebags so we can get to the pipes underneath it. And just like that, you have the bike relatively stripped down so that you can get at stuff easier. The next thing that we're gonna do is remove this windshield. To do that, you use a Torx head T27 and remove these 3 bolts. Just remember, when you're doing this, the middle one is really long because it bolts into the back side of that dash. The shorter ones go on each end. So don't mix those up or else this will push through the outside or the inner side of that fairing. This way over here. Here's the new lower profile blacked out windshield. I think it'll look a lot nicer on this bike. Make sure you don't over tighten these. You'll end up cracking your fairing and the windshield. So just be careful. You'll be able to feel when it's close, or when it's hit that end point. All right, so there it is. I think that looks pretty good. Looks pretty sharp, I think. So On to the next phase. We're gonna start working on these pipes. To install these pipes, as best as I can tell, you're gonna need 2 sockets. You're gonna need a 1/2 inch and a 9/16. These 2 bolts there, we gotta remove those. Those are the 1/2 inch. And then right down under here, there is a 9/16 that maybe you guys can see that. But there's a 9/16 right there that we gotta loosen up, and we'll be able to slide these pipes off. Well, this thing's been a challenge. I had to get a little creative, used a 2x4 to hammer against these little mounts to try and push it off that pipe. It was not gonna just twist off of there. At some point you'll reach a spot where it should start to kind of turn a little. And it'll come off, just like that. We're gonna wanna save this little guy. We're gonna have to put that on the next pipe. So we'll hold on to that. We'll put these away. So, now that we've made it this far into it, let's just hope they fit. You know, for cheap pipes, these feel pretty heavy duty. They've got a pretty cool little insert on them, and you can change these out to different versions of it, whatever you kind of like for the design of your bike. You can get all black, you can get all chrome, you can get them with the billet shaped lines in it, just like it's on the inside of this lip. But so far everything seems to want to line up, so let's see what happens. Well, that slid right on. Everything lines up. That looks good. Right on. Install 2 bolts. Some new ones. We'll put the new ones on now. Well, this first pipe looks pretty good. Let's get doing the other side. All right, here's the second one. Here's our second pipe. Again, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of these. They're heavy duty. So, and of course you guys can see the inside of the back of those. Pretty neat. It's got a cool little tag on it, so you guys can see that. Pretty neat. On the other side, when I put this on, I actually, on the stock pipes, the bolt, the nut was facing down. So I'm going to install it with the nut facing up. It just seemed easier for me. I think that's the route we'll go on this side. It went together a lot better. All right, so take you in for a closer look now that the pipes are installed. They went in pretty nicely. Just a couple, you gotta get some of those bolts off that have been on there for 10 years and wiggle some parts out of the way, but went on pretty nice. I'm excited to do a fresh cold start for you. Pretty good quality. They're heavy duty. They're packed in there. They got some packing around the muffler inside of it. So they lined up real nicely. So let's do a cold start for you. Well, that's it with the pipes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Sounds a lot better. Really good price, easy install, do it yourself. And this has been a fun project so far. We're gonna move on to installing the new seat, see how that feels, put the bags back on, maybe go take it for a test drive. All right, well, here it is. All finished up for today anyway. Still got to do some bars. So just a little recap. Of course, today we did the smaller windshield. Turned out real nice, I think. The new seat and the passenger seat right there just goes on the back. One little bolt right there. Low profile seat, feels pretty good. And of course, the new pipes. And as you guys recall, we did the little antennas on the tour pack, but that's not on the bike right now, so pretty excited. I think this thing's coming along. It's looking pretty good. Excited to take it for some rides. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. It's fun to just do some little improvements, make something your own, And these weren't super expensive. The windshield, I think on Amazon was like 35 bucks. Those little antennas for the tour pack were a 2-pack for about 20 bucks. I bought the seat on Amazon, and it's the driver and passenger seat for about $92. And the pipes were about $230 or something like that. Not too bad. Quick, easy little improvements. Just makes the bike a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more appealing to me, so I like these little changes. So that's it for today. We're gonna wrap this up, and I'll bring you along as we do some other improvements, maybe get it out for some rides. The next thing I think really is gonna be our ape hanger bars that I'm gonna put on there. Not real big ones, maybe like 14-inch, but it'll just help the height for my shoulders. I don't like having the bars quite so low. So we'll get those put on, and that'll about finish it up with this bike. I'm not gonna go too crazy like I have in the past with some of the others. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep coming, come back, like, subscribe, follow, whatever. And we'll see you guys on the next one.